series. Shh. Can you move one over? Thank you. A geometric series is the sum of the terms of a geometric sequence. So just like in arithmetic, here's a geometric sequence. The only difference between a geometric sequence and a geometric series is one has commas, the other has plus sign. So now we're adding. So what I want to do is just develop the geometric series sum formula, okay? So write the series. Do you agree that the sum of any geometric series is a plus ar squared, all the way down to the last term, ar to the n minus 1? So far, so good? Now, just as a trick, so that they could come up with the formula, they multiplied everything in 1 by r. So if you do the same to the left as you do to the right, you're not losing the equality. So multiply both sides by r. R times Sn is Rsn. R times everything on the right, r times a is ar. R times a, and so on and so forth. R times ar to the n minus 1 is ar to the n. Then they actually went equation 2, if this is 1, 2, I know it's labeled there. They went equation 2 minus equation 1. So Rsn minus Sn is Rsn minus Sn. Okay, that equals, 0 minus a is negative a, right? ar minus ar is 0. Ar squared minus ar squared is 0. All the way down to ar to the n minus 1 minus ar to the n minus 1 is 0. And ar to the n minus 0 is ar to the n. So far, so good? We're subtracting. We're going this equation minus that equation. Rsn minus Sn is just Rsn minus Sn, right? 0 minus a is negative a. ar minus ar is 0. Ar squared. Yeah. And ar to the n minus 0 is ar to the n. Okay, so I just put that there and that there. Now, what we do here is we factor out Sn. So Sn times r minus 1 equals arn to the n minus a. Divide both sides by r minus 1, and you have your formula. Okay? You've solved for Sn, and now you have your formula. An equivalent equation is this one. Okay? An equivalent here they just factored out the a to simplify. But notice this equation and this equation are both equivalent. I like using this one when the result on the denominator is positive, or r is greater than 1, so you don't get a negative. Or here, when the result on the bottom is positive. This works when r is between, we want the denominator to be positive. It's a little easier to work with, but both work. Nothing's wrong with either one of them, and they'll both give you the same answer. No. It's your choice. Now that we have calculators, it really doesn't matter. No, this one is I guess the goal is to make sure that this expression is positive. And when this expression is positive. Right? Junho. It's just a trick to come up with a formula. This is like thinking, these mathematicians, they can think outside the box and then try to figure out what they have to do to somehow come up with a formula. Okay? It's just, in university, here you're thinking inside the box. In high school, you're thinking inside the box. Mathematicians in university and higher levels of math, they start thinking outside the box. This is what I call thinking, because it isn't logical that they would do, but they're thinking we want to derive a formula. Let's do this little trick here so we can come out with a formula. That's the way I see it. That's all. Okay. So, find the sum of the first 9 terms. Okay, well, let's see. we need to know A, and that's easy to pick off, right? Now R is equal to any term divided by the previous term. And that is equal to 1/4. So we know that A is 1/4. So I'm thinking I would like this formula just because I personally like it. We can say 0.25, just so 1 minus 0.25 gives me a positive value on the bottom. But it doesn't really matter because we can use calculator. So Sn equals A 1 minus r to the n over 1 minus r. So the first term is 7168, 1 minus 0.25 to the n over 1 minus 0.25. And if you were to work that out, you would get approximately 9557.30. So plug in the numbers, pull out your calculator. I'm not sure what more I can say. Is there anything you'd like me to elaborate on? Yes.
Wait, n is 9, right?
That's right. Yeah, so this should be 9. S of 9 is equal to minus 0.25 to the 9.
Ms. Kaczynski,
Mm-hmm.
this may be a stupid question, but what's the difference between a geometric series and like
Arithmetic series. Arithmetic. I always think arithmetic. I can't spell today because I'm tired. Arith,
ARITHMIT?
yeah. Arithmetic has a common difference. Geometric has a common ratio. Common ratio, common difference, okay? Right? If you can see, you just check. Is there a common difference here? Is there a common ratio? Then you know which formula to use, okay? The test won't tell you which one. Common,
Arithmetic is plus minus and the geometric is divide and multiply.
it's times. Yeah. Find the sum of this. Can tell me, is this arithmetic or geometric? And why is that? Yeah, and plus it's in this unit, right? So R is equal to 3, A is equal to 25, and we have to find N. We need to know the number of terms. We need to find the number of terms. And guys, remember, this test on Friday, you have to demonstrate you know the formula. So all work has to be in proper form with the formulas. If you start calculating, oh, I think that's 9, and you have no backup work, you're just going to get 0. You have to demonstrate use of the formula. Okay? So, find the number of terms, AR to the n minus 1. We'll plug in everything we know and solve for n. So the last term is 18,225 equals 25 times 3 to the n minus 1. Divide both sides by 25 and you get 729 equals 3 to the n minus 1. Now, in order to solve for an exponent, we need the same base. So you do trial and error if you have to. 3 to the 6 equals 3 to the n minus 1. So 6 equals n minus 1, n equals 7. So there are 7 terms. Right? Now we know we have to find the sum of 7. So sum of 7 equals 18,225 times 3 to the 7 minus 1 all over 3 minus 7. 3 minus 1, sorry. And if you were to work that out, you would get 27325. So because I'm recording, I'm not giving you time to work it out yourselves, but you need to practice. Yes. A Oh, yeah, my bad. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Are we good?
So it's 25.
Yeah. But the answer is right because I just took them from my notes. I took the answers from my notes. A girl on a trampoline. May I answer any other questions before I move on?
Ms. Krasinski, so would you agree that this test is literally just a memorization test of formulas?
Yeah, learn your formulas and make sure you can practice and learn how to use your calculator, and you'll be fine. A girl on a trampoline jumps so that the height of each jump is 5/6 that of the jump before it. If the first jump was so first she jumps 4 meters, and the next time she jumps a little less, a little less, a little less, and a little less. Okay, it's 5/6. So right away, we know A equals 4 and R equals 5/6. So how high was the third jump? Are we looking for the third term or the sum of 3? We're looking for the third term. So Tn equals AR to the n minus 1. T3 equals, the first jump was 4 times 5/6 to the 3 minus 1. And if you were to work that out, you would get 2.7 repeat, 2.7777777, which is equal to 25/9. So her third jump was 25/9 meters high. Her third jump was 25/9 meters high. Are we good? That's just the demonstration of the previous lesson. What was the total height of her first 10 jumps?
And now you have to use the geometry sequence.
Yeah, series. Sn equals, because this is less than 1, I'm going to use A times 1 minus R to the n all over 1 minus R. I personally prefer that, but I don't care which one you use. So this is S of 10 equals 4 times 1 minus 5/6 to the 10 all over 1 minus 5/6. And if you were to work that out, you would get approximately 20.12. So total of the heights is about 20.12 meters. Okay. Company X is having, yes? Were there questions? Company S is having trouble. In its first year, the company had sales of 80,000. However, they expect a 6% decrease in sales each subsequent year. Okay, notice, if the first sale is 80,000, yeah, 80,000, they expect to decrease by 6%, right? So the term number, if the first term is 80,000, then the second term is going to be 80,000, 1, 2, 3, minus 0.06 times 80, 1, 2, 3, is equal to 75,200. That's the second term, that's the first term. So R is equal to 75,200 over 80,000, and we get what? Huh?
Subtract 6%.
Yeah, you can do it that way. Some people need to see this demonstration, that's why. Or you could have went 1 minus 0.06, and that would be 0.94, right? I'm just showing you another way to get R, because it helps some people if they see this calculation. Okay, so what will be the sales in the first year? So that's TN or SN? TN equals AR to the n minus 1. T4 equals 80,000 times 0.94 to the 4 minus 1. And if you work that out, you get approximately 66446.72. So they're constantly decreasing. That is a major concern in any business. Find the total sales over the 5 years.
Ms. Kaczynski, so it's 6% off every year's thing, right? So like from 75,200, then you multiply that by another 6%.
You subtract 6%. You multiply by 0.9. You can either multiply the previous term by 0.94, or you can subtract 6%.
So you subtract 6% from the 75,200.
Yeah. If you want the third term,
So you do 75,200 minus 75,200.
T3 equals 75,200 minus 0.
06 times 75,200.
Or, but this is equal to 75,200 times 0.94. It gives you the same answer. Okay? Both of those give you the same answer. Find the total sales over the 5 years. Okay, SN. Now, R is 0.94, so in that case, I prefer going 1 minus R to the n over 1 minus R. And that gives me a positive denominator. So S5 equals 80,123 times 1 minus 0.94 to the 5 all over 1 minus 0.94. And that is equal to 35794.64. Total sales for 5 years is that should be a 4 in there. 354,794.64. Can I explain anything better? Okay, 2 more examples for this unit.
Just give me one more second.
Sure. That should be that L looks like a B for some reason. Oh, does that ever look weird, eh? Let me fix that. I don't like the way that looks.
Does it say on its website
Sorry?
to what sales for 5 years?
Total sales for 5 years is 354. 794.64. Okay. They just want us to solve for A, so that's no big deal. We just sub everything into the formula. So notice 4 minus 1 gives me a positive denominator, so I like working with that. But again, it doesn't matter. R is 4 to the 7 minus 1 over 4 minus 1. So 4 minus 1 is 3. Multiply both sides by 3. You get 2,12979 equals A. 4 to the 7 minus 1 is 16383. So A is equal to 13. The first term is 13. Okay, if someone says I'll give you 1 penny a day and pay you double for 30 days, or I'll give you 5 million today, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, which one would you choose? Huh? You'd take the 5 million and run, right? Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? I think you could live the rest of your life on 5 million.
Yeah, oh, sure.
What am I gonna do with the penny I'm just
But watch this. Watch what happens. Anyone else have a different alternative? Watch what happens. Okay, Sn equals A. Okay, so S of 30, our first is a penny, right? Now it's doubling. 2 to the 30. And you will get, guess what this works out to be? 2 to the exponent 30 minus 1. Guess this works out to be 10,737,418.23. Can you imagine? I'd wait 30 days if you were sure. Therefore choose 0.01 with doubling.
But what if by the end of the 30 days the person would die? So like, see, do you want to take risks?
What if it was in a trust and he had a lawyer to cover it?
Okay, no, that I would.